This story's title is The Best Eid Ever, written by Asma Mobin-Uddin, illustrated by Laura Jacobson. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Anisa sat in her bed looking out the window. Her parents were away at the Hajj pilgrimage and she missed them. Saudi Arabia was so far from her home in America. She thought about last year's Eid holiday when she had worn her new shalwar kameez with flowery orange henna designs on her hands. Daddy had said she looked just like a princess. Mommy had let her eat candy before breakfast. They all went to Eid prayers together and then visited friends all day. But today, the house was quiet. Just then, Anisa's grandmother bustled into the room. Anisa, happy Eid! Nonni sat on the bed and greeted her granddaughter with a big hug and kiss. Time to get ready for prayers. Anisa returned the hug and then slumped back on the bed. Why the sad face, my dear? Nonni gently brushed the hair out of Anisa's eyes. Do you miss mommy and daddy? Anisa nodded. She felt like she might cry. I know it's hard without your parents here, Nonni said. But please don't be sad. Today of all days, we'll have fun together, just you and me, okay? Anisa tried to smile. She didn't want her grandmother to feel bad.
Okay,
she said as Nonni stood up and walked over to the closet. Now, I have a surprise for you. Nonni lifted up a blanket on the closet shelf and pulled out a gift-wrapped box that had been hidden underneath it. Anisa pulled the ribbon off the box and opened it. Her eyes lit up as she saw the beautiful Eid clothes from Pakistan. Pulling out the kurta on top, she ran her fingers over the soft, shimmering fabric and its gold embroidery and shiny sequins. Purple and gold bangles clinked together as Nonni unwrapped them. Handmade Pakistani shoes tucked in tissue paper still lay in the box.
Nonni, I love my new Eid clothes. How did you know purple was my favorite color? Thank you.
Anisa hugged her grandmother.
I can't wait to get dressed.
There's still more, Nonni said, smiling as she pulled a bright red shalwar kameez and a silky yellow gharara out of the box. Each outfit had matching bangles and shoes. There are 3 sets of clothes, one for each of the 3 days of Eid. Now, which one do you want to wear to prayers this morning?
The purple one.
Nonni smiled. It will look beautiful on you. I'll iron it while you're getting ready, but first I have to stir the lamb korma.
Lamb korma.
Anisa jumped out of the bed and ran to the kitchen. The aroma of her favorite dinner cooking on the stove made her mouth water.
Please, can I taste some?
Nonni scooped out a spoonful of bubbling lamb curry, blew on it, made sure it wasn't too hot, and then gave Anisa a taste. Anisa savored the salty, spicy curry in her mouth.
Yum, it's good.
I'm glad you like it. Now let's hurry and get ready so we are not late for the prayers. At the prayer hall, the Imam gave a sermon about the Hajj pilgrimage. Anisa had a hard time paying attention because she kept thinking about her parents and wishing they were with her. After the sermon ended, the women and children in the women's section of the prayer hall folded their prayer rugs and greeted each other. Anisa hugged so many people. The donuts on the back tables were quickly finished. Anisa noticed 2 young girls standing alone watching the excitement around them. The older girl's hijab was torn. The younger girl's dress fell almost to the floor and she kept her arms bent so her sleeves won't slip down over her hands. Anisa walked over to them.
Why didn't you wear your Eid clothes today?
She asked. The older girl stared shyly at the floor. Seeing that her sister was not going to answer, the younger girl blurted out, We don't have new clothes this Eid. We have to leave all our stuff and run away when a fire burnt our house down. The older girl turned towards her sister. Miriam, we have to be thankful the war can't get us now. We are safe and we are together. Papa says God will give us whatever we need. I wish Papa was here with us now, but ever since we came to America, he always has to work, Miriam told Anisa. He even had to work on Eid. But later he is going to bring Zainab and me candy, and we are going to the mosque together for the afternoon prayers. Before Anisa could say anything, Auntie Selma pulled her into a big bear hug. Anisa beti, Eid Mubaarak. My dear, happy Eid. You look so pretty, mashallah, as God has willed. You and your Nonni come and visit me today, okay? Anisa was swept by other aunties and friends in hugs, kisses and greetings. While hugging Auntie Barak, Anisa saw Miriam pick up a piece of donut off the floor. The girl looked around quickly. Then she put the donut piece into her mouth and licked the sweet glaze off her fingers. As people were leaving the prayer hall, Anisa kept looking back at the girls. Finally, she let go of Noni's hand and went back over to them. She didn't know what to say, but she couldn't leave without talking to them again. Hesitantly, she asked them,
Maybe we could play together sometime?
Instantly, Miriam's face lit up. Sure, she said, flashing a bright smile. Zainab continued to look at the floor.
Where do you live now?
Anisa asked. In the apartments by the mosque, Miriam answered. Zainab lifted her head to look at Anisa. A small, shy smile crossed her face. In number 63, a motherly woman ushered her 3 children and Zainab and Miriam out of the prayer hall. At the home that afternoon, while Nonni was heating up the food for dinner, Anisa told her about the girls she had met. Nonni listened quietly. Sometimes when families leave their homes because of war or other bad problems, they have to leave behind everything they own. Nonni told her, many families have come to America as refugees, looking for a safe, good place for their children to live and grow up.
Does God help those families?
Of course, my dear. God helps everyone. Nonni was stirring the curry, but sometimes not in the way you might think. Instead of just taking away the bad times, He might send good people to help them through the bad times. Meanwhile, the families have to work hard and trust that God's help is always near. Nonni opened the oven door to check on the roti. Do you remember the story of Prophet Abraham, his wife Hajj, and their baby Ismail? Anisa nodded. Mommy and Daddy had told her that many of the lessons of the Hajj pilgrimage were based on this story. Prophet Abraham's family trusted in God, even in very difficult times, and God always took care of them. Nonni and Anisa said a prayer for Zainab and Miriam's family. Then Anisa told Nonni about a plan she had made. Later that afternoon, as shadows lengthened across the city, Muslim families were leaving the mosque after praying the Asr prayer. Anisa, sit quietly. Someone will hear you, Nonni whispered to her granddaughter as they crouched behind the bushes outside the apartment building next to the mosque. Here they come! Duck down! Through the leaves, they saw the 2 girls and a man stop in front of the decorated baskets neatly arranged on the cracked stoop in front of their door.
What's this?
In surprise, the man read the attached card.
Happy Eid to Mariam, Zainab and their papa.
Anisa felt as if she might burst with excitement. Would they like the presents? Zainab and Mariam opened the baskets. Wow, beautiful clothes! Look at all the sparkles on this yellow shirt. What a pretty red outfit with matching bangles and shoes.
I can't believe this,
the man said softly.
Lamb and chicken, rice and vegetables, even desserts and candy? Who could have left all this?
Papa, help us carry the baskets inside. Miriam was trying to drag a basket across the sidewalk.
Put them down, girls,
their father commanded.
We don't take charity.
Their father paused. Then Miriam asked softly, But can I keep the yellow clothes? I love yellow. And what about these sparkly bangles?
No, my dears.
Their father spoke again.
You know that a Muslim does not beg from others.
But Papa, we didn't ask for them, Zainab pointed out. Papa didn't budge.
I will provide for my family. There are other people who need this food and these clothes more than we do. Now let's go.
Can I just eat this cookie right now? Anisa could hardly breathe. What if they didn't take the gifts? As she leaned forward to see better, a twig snapped under her.
What was that noise?
The father asked as he turned around to face the bushes. Anisa and Nonni ducked as his heavy footsteps approached their hiding place. Through the leaves, Anisa could see the man's stern features and firmly set chin coming toward them. Hidden behind thick eyebrows were soft, gentle eyes. In these eyes, Anisa recognized the same look of tenderness she often saw in her own father's face. Anisa and the man looked at each other for a long moment. Then, abruptly, he turned around and walked back to his daughters. He knelt down on one knee and opened his arms. The girls wrapped their arms around him and Miriam climbed onto his knee. Papa, there's more food than we need here, she said, small fingers gently touching his cheek. Why don't we share it with the neighbors? And please, can we keep the pretty clothes, please? Asked Zainab. Anisa saw the man's face soften as he drew his daughters close to him. As he hugged them, he nodded and he smiled at Anisa and Nonni. After Anisa and Nonni returned home, Nonni picked up the telephone and dialed. Hello, I would like to order a medium vegetable pizza for delivery, she said. After she hung up, she shook her head. Eating pizza on Eid? My child have never had an Eid like this one.
Me neither,
Anisa said.
I can't wait to tell mommy and daddy about it.
Later in the evening, as Anisa and Nonni snuggled up the couch and ate pizza, they both agreed this had been the best Eid ever. The end.
Thanks for watching. For more exciting Read Aloud stories, please subscribe to our channel Little Hearts Super Kids. Also follow us on Instagram for amazing updates.